and maybe extend to 65 and early retirement at 55. The new government has its own way of dealing with the retirement age, which they are saying at 55. It will need a stakeholder meeting in order to agree on how this issue will be dealt with.
Mr. Musenge feels with the commitment of the UPND administration in paying retirees their benefits in the 2022 budget, more civil servants will be willing to retire.
The most other interesting thing is the new Dawn government wants to pay retirees on time. I think these are the issues which we are making certain colleagues want to go on and on, because the new tool that the retirement package won't come as soon as possible. So definitely government has indicated we need to sit and look at the retirement age, and we are ready to see to it that a proper decision is communicated to our members on when one must retire.
In a country that is struggling with high unemployment, especially among youth, reducing the communities. Reporting for MUVI TV News, I'm Afias Kaptula in Lusaka.
And the Zambia General Manager Godwin Gomes urged outgoing Zambia Union of Financial Institution and Allied Workers General Secretary Chingati Msiska to continue with the leadership spirit of acknowledging the efforts of employers. Mr. Ngoma says he feels delighted having worked with Mr. Msiska in the many years advocating for workers' rights. Speaking during a farewell event at Zafmes City Airport on Friday evening, says Mr. Msiska is among the great leaders in the labor movement who have worked very hard in ensuring the workers are given what is due to them.
Some of you could have seen, and some of you could have done whatever it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't want to bore you, but this is, like has already been said, it's not emotional as it were, but it's very exciting to me to move to another level. You know, in life, what I've learned is that there is time for everything. Time to be born, time to die, and all those. But this time around, I felt we needed to, even at the end of the year, even as we go to the quadrennial conference next month, obviously I have to pass the baton. There is no time, there is no life. I don't want to start preaching. Let me say it this way. I'm very excited that I'll be leaving a very proud years. It hasn't been easy. Every time that I've worked in that office, you know, it's something challenging. It's something that I've really learned a lot, and I'll continue to learn. But I want to thank all the institutions, the 26 institutions, financial institutions. I could even decide, I could name them one by one, but you have been very supportive. You can even give a loud of yourself, approach to yourself. You have been very supportive. If anything, I would have resigned a long time ago. But I thank you, every one of you, management in attendance or represented here, and every one of us, our members. You have been a very, very good team. Things have evolved. I know obviously when we were taking office, there had been a lot of other members that are not here, but those that even have moved and gone ahead of us, we really thank them as well for putting us into these offices. It wasn't easy, like I said, but it's a time well spent. The 8 years that I've served as General Secretary for the gallant Zambia Union of Financial Institutions is never a regret. I've enjoyed my job, I've done what I could, and I know even the person that is going to take over from me will be able to do much more than what we have done. You know, in everything that we live on, or in every situation that comes our way, there is only one thing. People come and go. Situations come and go. Opportunities come and go. But you have to seize every moment of your life. So I seize the opportunity that I had with you as the General Secretary of Sofiao, and I'm going a happy person. Why? Not because I have money, not because I have what I've achieved, not because I have attained the level that I could say, a good level where I can speak to you the way I'm speaking, freely so, but because you and me have worked as a team. So I thank you, and I will definitely cherish every institution. I will cherish every member of Sofiao for being what you have been. So with those few remarks, I'm leaving. Obviously, I'll give the closing remarks when politicians are in attendance on the 19th of December, when we'll be doing our quadrennial conference here in Lusaka. Of course, people are saying, why Lusaka? Lusaka is a city, and we can still have the quadrennial conference in Lusaka at a very big, beautiful venue, other than the venue that we had in Livingston. So
you are watching MUVI TV's Primetime News. We take another break. Still to come is more interesting items. Do not go away.
If you are looking for a reason to try big soft drinks, I'll give you 7. Raspberry, cola, cream soda, apple, cocoa pine, orange, and ginger. Big soft drink. Taste the fun.
Yo! Banji! I'm very sure. How come your crop is far much better than mine? I mean, we are neighbors. My farm is right next to yours.
My dear, this is an open secret.
Tell me.
I switched to Sidco ever since. My harvest has been good.
Sidco?
Sidco has got the right seed for every farmland.
Sure.
See, my friend, I'm telling you, just contact them and find out which is the right seed for you.
Increase your yield this season by using Seedco Climate Smart Seeds. Call or visit your nearest Seedco depot for more details on our Climate Smart products. Seedco, it starts with the right seed.
We continue with the news. A Magoya-based specialist in southern province has called for serious diversification of farming in order to grow the agriculture sector, as well as reduce the loss farmers find themselves as a result of maize production. Richard Nakakei says the farmers should emulate his strategy of growing other crops, more especially vegetables. He says maize should not be the source of farming in Zambia at the moment because it has failed farmers in many years.
sector in Zambia is a backbone of the national economy. It sustains livelihoods, ensures food and income for many rural households, and supplies food for the population. Currently, Zambian agriculture is dominated by maize, which covers 2/3 of the cropped area. The dominance of maize and the low diversity of crops is mirrored in the nation's diet, with 63% of total dietary.
So once they would to Ashanga, we owe Chihango Jones to a hanging out of Vikiri. To become an phosphorus. Nitrogen, a potassium and Jawungi, and you have a potassium to Wabida was
Magoye-based agricultural expert Richard Nage has encouraged farmers to consider growing more legumes and vegetables in the 2021 and 2022 agricultural season.
I've done about 1.5 hectare of watermelon, 1.5 to 2 hectares. I've done already over I've done over 10 trailers already, and I'm still expecting another maybe 20 or more trailers of watermelons. So from that, I make enough money such that I don't even think of growing maize. So let farmers take advantage of this season and do more of maybe the legumes, more of the vegetables. We can grow maize, of course, as our staple food every day, but we need also to make money. Maize is not a crop that is going to make all the money that you need, but crops such as groundnuts, soybeans, watermelon, onions.
Richard Nage said crop diversification is a key principle of a healthy diet. And Monzi Farmers Union chairperson Simon Malambo said there is need to put much effort in sensitizing farmers on crop diversification in order to reduce dependence on FISIP programs in the country.
Tuskega njiganji tobalimi notu jisipenzi kamo tulahumwali onse tutongoga utijoni when FISIP will be flagged out. Yet there are other alternatives if we are to venture into them. We change our livelihood from where we were to somewhere else, Fred. But twavajo orwe uti itwaiya gutiba himwe ihango yanda bo fertilizer muhonto yanda biyo guti jabambirwa jabamburwa gabotu we kujana guti cyo bikachi honto batiji yaguzwa Fred we kujana uti jijita impress
Chikabe John reporting for MUVI TV News in Magoye constituents, Southern Province.
Zambia National Public Health Institution infectious disease specialist Dr. Paul Zulu has reviewed that Zambia is at the moment doing well in the fight against COVID-19, although there is need for citizens to take the vaccination exercise very serious. Speaking at a media engagement in Lusaka, Dr. Zulu says Zambia is still very low in terms of vaccinations, as many people have not been vaccinated because of myths around vaccines. Meanwhile, Dr. Zulu says vaccines are safe.
The vaccines have proven to be safe, and countries that have rolled out massive vaccination programs have seen a reduction in the number of COVID-19 cases. But in Zambia, it has been recorded that many people in the country have been hesitant to take the COVID-19 vaccines because of lack of adequate information on the safety and effectiveness of the vaccines. Just recently, the Republican President Hakainde Hichilema relaunched COVID-19 program, targeting 70% of the eligible population. Sectors awareness among members of the general public. It is this reason infectious disease reveal that Zambia in the fight against
if you look at last year, so we anticipate that with this we may see an increase. Even here in Zambia, we've seen that, but a few of them have that. Hence, even when it came to vaccination, some people say, no, there is no vaccination for kids. We now have vaccination even for children. Certain vaccines like Pfizer have now been approved for children as young as 5 years going upwards.
And speaking at the same event, treatment advocate and literacy campaign Felix Mwanza has this to say.
One would want to why you know if there is a person that is cared for more than any other person, is a person living with HIV. And I'll give you this. Right now, there is a system for 3 months.
However, if Zambia is to defeat COVID-19, about vaccination, Margaret, MUVI TV News.
Southern Water and Sanitation Company, SWASCO, has officially handed over a solar-powered water facility to Moya Primary School in Monzwa constituency of Southern Province. SWASCO provided the facility with the capacity to pump about 30,000 liters of water per day to cater for the school's demand for the commodity and 75 households in the surrounding area. Handing over the facility on a Friday, SWASCO Managing Director Gift Moge revealed that the scheme is one of 22 other facilities the company has constructed in the district so far. And Southern Province Minister Cornelius Mwetwa has thanked the company for the gesture, stating that the school has had no running water since it was constructed in 1945. Mr. Mwetwa has since called for greater partnership between SWASCO and government, while pleading to members of parliament to consider deliberating on the matter, which he said has been problematic.
Mu 1945 kuzwa mu 1945 ikusika sunu awa sunu kholoka ikubamenda kudzula kupompi kwamana twanga kuti kuli minzi yengererede 6 kilometers ibabola wano ikuyoteka menda ejo jamba kuti kokuti oyu mulimo iwatalika ibaswasiko uyandika kuti uzwidirire. Now, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, has directed all of us as ministers and members of parliament that we do prioritize CDF fund utilization on water, sinking of boreholes and water harvest in terms of construction of dams.
So with this particular scheme, we are able to produce about 30,000 liters per solar day of 6 hours for the school. So for the school, demand which stands around 26,000 liters per day.
We take a break. Still to come is more news. Stay tuned.
Place a bet, search on the web or get the app. One Expert Bookmaker Company.
Has she answered it? Have you decided? Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes. She said yes. Yes. Oh. Yes. She said yes.
Hey, Chawama. Whoa! Congrats, bro.
What? We'll be there.
Last Sunday of next month.
Ew, are you here?
You may give her the ring.
Everyone, say to feel life. One day, I'll give you the world.
You already have.
Celebrate Feel Life na Kangwe Kesu. Call at 1 way per second to all networks.
Welcome back, and now the rest of the news. Government has directed the Lusaka City Council as well as the Lusaka Water Utility Company to demolish all structures of distribution points of the contamination and corruption of water. Hence the need to control the situation. Mr. Mposha, who is also Manali lawmaker, says government will curtail the illegality, adding that it will not allow the selfishness of a few individuals to benefit at the expense of the entire community. Mr. Mposha made the call when he inspected Stott Park Water Distribution Center in State House area and Manali constituency.
So the intake or the capacity to drain all that water has been reduced because people have been crunched on that. So we need to ensure that as a council, I'm happy that finally the legalities. You know, we know that people are building on drainages which are to serve the community. Let's move in. If it means the the bigger population, then I think something is amiss. So as we round, let's all of us appreciate this challenge. So that we can say our better. So we have a youth challenge, so and see how we can serve the people.
So going forward, we actually go strong way into two. There's an area which is important for the owner data, and other time is itself. We are feeding the secondary school in the evening, so that morning we supply and continue feeding during the day. Then the following evening we have to go to the other side. Yeah, so the boundary there I think is the road. So we'll be alternating until the situation improves. Long term, Jongwe may have to benefit from Kafue as we planned.
ZESCO Limited, in the early hours of Saturday, 6 November 2021, announced a shutdown of its electricity supply system in an effort to sufficiently supply power to members of public. Speaking when featured on MUVI TV's Breakfast with the Boys program, ZESCO Limited Senior Corporate Affairs Manager Dr. John Kunda says the shutdown of machines called Black Start means engineers will have to switch on the machines in phases until ZESCO achieves a balance in power distribution. Dr. Kunda has since apologized on behalf of the company for inconvenience caused. The commencement of the fair's restoration of power has since commenced. Residents of Lusaka's Kalingalinga area have questioned the legality of a property being developed along the named road in the area. The concerned residents have questioned a responsible citizen can decide to build a structure on a public road. They, however, called on government to quickly look into the issue.
Legality of a property being developed along a road in the area located off Kamloops Road. The said road connects to Mutendere area.
Our surprise is we are very surprised to see the Chinese whose building said road.